Welcome back to the channel, guys. So on today's video, we're currently working on my water pump job and my timing belt job for my GX470. This is a Toyota 4.7, but it's probably applicable for many engines. What we're going to be doing today, since we have everything taken apart, I'm going to go ahead and change out the front main seal. I'll show you a trick to get this thing out without damaging your shaft or your crank pulley, so stay tuned. So usually to pull these seals out of here, it's a very tight space to work down here, and you don't want to get any kind of seal pull tool in here because you might scratch up your shaft, which is the actual part that seals against the actual seal. So there might be an oil leak. If you scratch up or maul or put any deep gashes into your crank right here, we're going to do the little trick where we punch a little hole here, we drill a small pilot hole, and we put like a sheet metal screw in here or a drywall screw, and then we pry it out with a block. So that's how I've done it in the past to get this thing out, and then we'll tap it back in with a piece of PVC pipe or something that fits the same diameter as the new seal. So right here I've got the new seal for the front of the 4.7 liter V8 for Toyota. This thing is an NOK. Part number is actually B4031G. I believe the one on the car itself right now is an F version. I believe they had an upgrade or an improvement to the G version. They did the same thing with the 2JZ motors over time. They improved that one and they upgraded it to a newer model or newer version. For this particular version, here's the Toyota OEM part number right here. I ordered this from Japan and it came in this package right here. So to tap this thing in, you could use just a 2-inch PVC pipe. It's the perfect diameter to get it onto here, and it also clears the shaft or the crank on there, so you could use that straight on and just tap it on. I also have this setup right here, which is a rubber one. It might be a little bit easier hitting it the rubber right here. I put a 1.5-inch PVC in with a clamp on it just to hold it, but I might tap it in right here with the rubber. The other choice you could do is you could take the old seal out and use that as a guide so you don't damage this seal tapping it in. So you basically put this thing into the race and kind of line it up square, then you put the old one right over it and then you use it to tap it in, because the outside of this thing's made of metal and it's a perfect diameter to tap it in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to tap it in with just a screw right here and see how that goes. What we want to do is try to tap it in and then turn it with a screwdriver. If we can't do that, we'll try to put the drill in there. Yeah, it's not penetrating as well, so we want to keep on tapping it a little bit. Once you feel it grab a little bit, then we go ahead and get the hammer and the block and try to pry it out. So what you want to do is get something that so you don't maul up any of the metal or anything, and then wedge it against like the oil pump or whatever is right down here to give yourself a little bit of leverage. So that pulls out really easy, much easier than the JZ actually. So yeah, that was pretty simple there and easy. So yeah, we ended up pulling that thing out. Look at that. So that's the F version, like I said, and the replacement is a G version. From what I read on the old ones, it was just a better, different seal or different tension or something on here to help it seal better. But overall, it's still the same seal. It's just another variation of the OEM one that we pulled out from NOK. So we'll go ahead and get this thing in there after we inspect the shaft and make sure everything in the race is good. So if you've been following my other videos on working on this engine, we have a very serious just sludge problem in this engine. So looking inside that race, it is a large buildup of old oil and sludge in there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean it with some acetone and a Q-tip to see if I just clear some of that out of the way and dissolve it before I put the new seal on, so I don't end up just sealing that stuff in there. Alright, I just wiped it down as good as I could. The way this engine is, I'm gonna have to run some of that Valvoline Restore oil over time. I think initially after I'm done with this, I'm gonna run it with 3 quarts of regular oil and 1 quart of diesel to help kind of clean up some of the sludge inside. It's gonna take some time just running good oil, just stuff with detergents in it to clean up all this old stuff that's left behind in this engine. So when we're working on all these seals, we wanna make sure we lube up the inside of it before we put it on, just to give it something to ride on once we put it in there. It's just a little bit of multi-purpose grease inside the rings, and then we want to put it all around the edges too, because we want to be able to just hammer it in so there's a little bit of lubricant so it's not hammering in dry and just messing up the rubber. So we want to just make sure this is all coated nicely. Just a thin coat will go a long way, and then once we tap it in, it's going to have something to ride on. We'll go ahead and slip this thing on and then try to tap it in. There's a little rig tool right here I use, which is just a reducer. It's a rubber reducer. Ended up being a pretty clutch tool. It's perfect. It's stiff enough to hit that thing in, but not too hard where you're gonna mess up the seal or potential damage like going straight with this thing. Even though you could be able to go straight with that using something like this and just putting the other one over it and just using that as something to pound on. But overall, we got that thing in there pretty good. So what you want to do is just get it flush with the outside here. You don't want to accidentally go too deep, because if you go too deep, there's actually little channels on the bottom of here that let the oil kind of drain away from the seal. So you want to make sure you don't go too deep. Just flush is good enough.